Oh man, what was we talking about?
I think we
Loner
were
Kavanagh.
Loney Kavanaugh. That's where we were at.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that guy, but he's definitely got a lot of options, a lot of things that he can do. It's still echoing a little bit,
Yeah,
but
I hear it too.
yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. But either way, Loner Kavanagh's got some good stuff. Anyway, what else from that card kind of stood out from you or for you?
Um, Bobby Green. I want to touch on Bobby, man. Like, I don't think many people gave him a chance coming into the fight. I was kind of one of them as well. Wasn't really. I thought Bobby was kind of done, and this was the fight where we were really gonna see kind of like the end. And man, he came out there and got it done. And Daniel Zellhuber just had nothing for him at any point in the fight. Like,
Yeah,
couldn't really hit him clean. And the finish, man, Bobby Green, the accuracy, he was just finding Zellhuber's chin over and over. And phenomenal performance for Bobby Green. And, he keep doing it. Gave his shout out for Black History. I got to respect it. And then told everybody he had the party, the after party at a strip club.
We game all night said Bobby effed up his parlay, but I picked Bobby. I mean, I picked Daniel Zellhuber too, but I feel like Bobby was just too awkward for him, man. There was nothing he could do. He couldn't connect on anything. It felt like everything he threw Daniel was like super traditional, and Bobby was just never there to be. So I went from Bobby, potentially moving on to bare knuckle to now. I mean, now what do you do with Bobby? He's 39 years old, but I mean, he just knocked the dude out. So you got to give him something significant. You got no choice.
Yeah, for real. Because I mean, a lot of people were high on Zellhuber, man. So I don't know. Maybe you can give Bobby like the loser of Manuel Torres, Beneil Dariush.
Oh yeah,
And which is another fight. Which is another fight we probably gonna touch on a little bit.
Yeah, him against probably Beneil Dariush. Loser leaves town match. I don't know. We'll see. What else on that card? Let me pull a full card up.
What else on the card? Emanuel Rodriguez, I thought he looked good. For a minute there, Borjas was kind of like giving him some trouble, and then he ended up finishing Borjas kind of brutally. Like the shot looked like it grazed off his head a little bit, but as soon as you saw it on replay, like it landed, and then Borjas went down straight away. And that was the end of that fight. So, good performance for Emanuel Rodriguez. Oh, also another one, David Martinez. He's going to be a player at bantamweight.
The doctor. Yeah.
Bro, his speed just in the movement, it's going to give a lot of guys problems because, I mean, he doesn't let you get settled, and he's constantly moving side to side. And as soon as you go to reset, man, he just blitzes you, and he's so fast that he can land, and he got some power. So, really good performance by him. And unfortunately, I don't know where we go with Chito Vera now.
Dude, Chito looks slow until he started to pick it up in the third, which, I mean, it's like Chito's a 5-round fighter, man. It's clear. But, dude, you didn't have 5 rounds. And he just didn't get out of the gates. And he couldn't cut off the cage for whatever reason. It was kind of a mess out there for Chito. He's got to get started going faster. I mean, nothing's going to happen to him as far as like getting cut, but now he's going to be fighting lesser competition. He's far, far, far away from any sort of title talk ever. He's just in a really bad position. Another fighter that stood out to me though on the card was Edgar Chairez. And he didn't really get going like he wanted to, if it looked like, until later on when he just stopped being so cautious. But I mean, I really like him as a fighter. He almost looked like a little mini Poatan when he comes out there with the bald head. But he don't fight like Poatan, but he looked like. But I mean, he's going against Flippy Buns. He should be beating him. But I really like him as a fighter for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Maxwell said Charas got lucky.
Really?
I wonder, well, why do you say that? I mean, I think that Flippy was that should be his real official nickname, by the way, Flippy. Flippy was I mean, he was doing the right things, but he just wasn't putting enough volume and enough offense together, in my opinion. And he left the door open for Edgar Charas.
Yeah. And I know Maxwell was talking about Eileen Perez. Hey, women's bantamweight, bro, like I feel like it might just be on life support, or it's just women's featherweight, like light or something. Because I didn't see anything in that fight that just brings any interest to women's bantamweight.
Yeah, it's again, I implore you guys to go and watch the video that I did about women's bantamweight division. It's a solid video, but it literally is about this. And Eileen Perez is in the video, not her, but some stuff about her is in the video. So it definitely talks about how that division is just abysmal and why Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison ain't doing nothing. I can guarantee that. Anywho, part that you wanted to point out before we jump to some of this other stuff?
Nah, I think that covers that card. I forgot. Biggest winner and losers from the card. Who's your biggest winner and biggest loser, and why?
I'm gonna say, I mean, I think the obvious is Loner Kavanagh, but going away from the obvious, I'm gonna say David Martinez. Just simply because, I mean, that was a statement win. It wasn't a fluke. It was not a fluke win. You know how sometimes, somebody knock out and they're like, oh, they're the next thing. But this dude did it over the course of 3 rounds and really left no doubt that he was that he beat Marlon Chito Vera. So I'm going to say David Martinez. And then loser, Daniel Zellhuber.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest loser.
Yeah, so he's supposed to win that.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was set up perfectly for him to win, and him to get finished by Bobby Green. That was just a rough one. And man, I don't know where he goes now. Honestly,
I don't know. Who'd you have as the biggest winner, biggest loser?
So since you named like the obvious choice, I'll go even further off the beaten path. But firstly, I'm gonna say the girl that stepped up on short notice, Taira.
Oh,
bro, like the Muay Thai chick, man, her stepping in on short notice, giving that type of performance. That fight was a really good fight, actually. And I thought she did a great job. The fans loved it, loved her. And I think she, can potentially do some good things because she's not afraid to mix it up, and she will let those hands go. So I'm gonna say she's my biggest winner. My biggest loser, I mean, Zellhuber's the obvious one, but outside of it, I'm gonna go with Chito Vera just because I don't know where he goes. I mean, he's kind of lost to quite a few guys, and I just don't know where he goes because I mean, it's not like Martinez was super highly ranked. So Chito gonna have to build himself back up.
Yeah, if he has the patience to do so. How old is Chito?
Let's see.
Is 33. 33.
He got time.
He still got time.
Yeah, he got time.
Yeah. Jay Beers said,
"Dang, Jay Beers,
4 of his last 6 retired." Dang, dude, I thought I'd be trying to retire people, man. Come on, he ain't. This is for sure. Get pieced up. He started on later on, but it was too late. All right, so let's see. We got a big fight coming up this weekend. A big fight card coming up this weekend. So we got the BMF title on the line. 2 absolute legends that everybody's going to be sad about however this fight goes, they're going to be sad about what happened. No matter what happens, I feel like everybody's going to be sad. But what are your thoughts going into Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira too?
So there's a lot of storylines coming into it. Like, how's Charles Oliveira gonna look coming off that brutal, vicious KO to Ilia Topuria? Is he still gonna be the reckless marauder that just walks forward with that upright Muay Thai style? Or is he gonna be like, hey, like, my chin has gotten cracked a few times. Let me be a bit more patient. Max Holloway is pretty much just the avalanche rolling downhill with the volume and the output and constantly in motion, constantly moving. I think we're going to see Oliveira try and use the grappling a little earlier in this fight just because, man, that chin, man, has been cracked so much. I don't know what else Oliveira can really deal with in the pocket. And as we know, man, if Max Holloway start touching you early, he gonna keep just tagging you as the fight goes on. So I'm more interested to see how Oliveira is gonna look. I feel like we know what we're gonna get from Max Holloway. It's gonna be the boxing, the footwork, mixing in some kicks, a lot of movement, very high output. But I think it's gonna be a phenomenal main event, though.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that, I've mentioned it before. I think that Max Holloway has really grown into this 155, knowing that he's not going back down to 145, like really grown into this weight class. And so he's got more power in his shots. He's able to do even more as the rounds get, get further into the rounds. Like I definitely, I definitely think that this is Max's time. I think Max is still kind of trending up while Charles is starting to trend down a little bit. Not to say that he can't win this fight, though. Like you said, if it gets into a grappling exchange, I mean, Charles doesn't have the most submission wins in UFC history by chance. Like, he is that good. He's definitely opportunistic, so that can definitely happen. But Max's grappling defense is excellent. So I think that this fight's going to primarily play out on the feet, and if it's on the feet, I definitely favor Max. Now, Toron in the chat said that he got to do Bronx. He said, we see how Charles responded in his last fight against Gamrot. He's still going to use his pressure style. But that's Gamrot.
Yeah, that's Gamrot. That ain't Max Holloway.
Yeah.
But something I can see Oliveira too. I can see him trying to get into the clinch because Oliveira is really good in the clinch, man, especially with the knees. And maybe he can, like, I don't know, jump on Max Holloway's back, kind of like what he did in the Dustin Poirier fight. But I think if Oliveira just stays out at range, that's not a recipe that I don't think that's his most optimal way to try and win this fight. I can see him mixing it up, but I think he's gonna have to get in the clinch and just try and like shoot some takedowns, tie up Max Holloway, and just try and like get him on the ground.
Yeah, I agree. So whoever wins this fight, they'll, be the BMF champ. It could be Anstill and New, whatever. Where do you think that they fit into the picture? Because we obviously have, Ilya, Justin has got to be next, right? So where do they fit? Are they going to win and sit on the lines, or what are we doing?
So the winner, all right. So if Oliveira wins, I don't think he will have a legit argument for a title fight. Now, if Max Holloway wins, I think he will, just because he's already got a win over Justin Gaethje, a knockout win over Justin Gaethje, interim champion, won't be fighting for the title next. So I think Holloway will have an argument. But even still, man, maybe at that point you could do Arman Tsarukyan and Max Holloway, because Arman Tsarukyan are like clearly the number one contender at lightweight, and the boss wants Arman to earn it. So if Max wins, maybe you can do Arman versus Max. But if Oliveira wins, I don't know. It puts the division in an interesting spot, just because Oliveira's already lost to Arman, so he would be behind him. BSD's at 5, so maybe you could do some with Benoit Saint Denis. And I know he just won a fight not too long ago, so maybe you could do something like that. But I think it puts the division in a tougher spot, though, if Oliveira wins.
Yeah. I tend to agree. And Armin is just in a weird. Got to fight somebody else before this is all over with. Um, Before he can get to the belt situation. Obviously, he's over at with the wrestling thing, fighting random people. Like I don't know, he got some weird stuff going on. But he is definitely the rightful number one contender. But it really sucks for him. But I do think that if Matt situation, man, we'll see how that shakes out. But moving down the card, we got Cabarajo, René de Ritter, another middleweight fight, following what we saw with Fluffy and Sean. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think this is kind of like a rebuilding fight for both guys. It's kind of like the winner is going to be start moving back in the right direction after coming off a loss. I mean, Cabarajo lost to Imavov, and then de Ritter had his thing where he pretty much said no mas against Brendan Allen. So I think the winner of this is going to be coming out of it looking for another top 5 fight at middleweight to pretty much put themselves in contention. Because, I mean, right now at middleweight, Imavov is definitely the number one contender. DDP doesn't have anything scheduled, so maybe somebody can get in there with him because they're not going to do DDP Sean Strickland again. Maybe that's Brendan. Yeah, maybe that's Brendan Allen or something like that. But the winner of this pretty much just put themselves in that soup of like whether it's DDP, Strickland. I mean, Izzy's got a fight coming up. So if Izzy wins like here against Pyfer, he's back in the mix. So it'll just be one of those things where they'll have to take another tough fight.
You know what? I think if the winner of this, assuming it's a big assumption because it could totally not go this way, but if Izzy wins, like I definitely feel like the winner of this would fight Izzy. I feel like that's exactly where this would go. Just because Izzy can't,
and that's
he can't
if
be fighting
Izzy
somebody
beats Pyfer.
Yeah, that's a big if because Pyfer can knock anybody out. Mm-hmm. But assuming that he beats him, then that's the way it goes. But I'm not assuming that.
Okay.
Pyfer is not to be trifled with at all. And I like Pyfer a lot. But speaking of youngsters fighting veterans, Raul Rosas Jr., Chiwiwis against Rob Font. What do you think about this one?
Man, it's a big step up for Raul Rosas Jr. I mean, the last time we saw him in the octagon, we could see the improvements he's made in the striking. I think the thing here is going to be Rob Font's going to be on that jab, probably the best jab in the UFC. But with that, he's going to be heavy on that lead leg. And I think Raul Rosas is going to be looking for that single leg, maybe get a body lock. And then I think literally 1 or 2 takedowns for Rosas might be enough. So it's going to come down to Rob Font's takedown defense. And it is not very good. I think he only has like 44, 45% takedown defense. So we already know what Raul Rosas Jr. want to do. He want to get in there, not mix it up too long on the feet, get you in that body lock, get you on the ground, and look to get you out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. So I think it's really just going to come down to if Rob Font can keep this fight on the feet.
Yeah, I totally agree. Rob Font, when he fought Adrian Yanez, like the difference in that contender versus newbie or up and coming guy, the difference is definitely the fact that Adrian is a striker. And if you're going to play that game with Rob Font, that's something that he's very, very good at. But if Raul Rosas Jr. is able to get the takedown, which both of them know exactly what they both want to do, there's no mystery. If Raul is able to get that takedown, it might be curtains. But if Rob is able to keep him off of him, which that's going to be tough. If he's able to keep him off of him, I can definitely see Rob Font beating him on the feet. That's 100%. But I'm with you. I don't have faith that he can keep Raul off of him that long. And Raul don't get knocked out like that.
Yeah. And bro, what'd be crazy if Raul Rosas Jr. wins this fight? He gonna be in the top 10. He gonna be ranked at 21 years old.
which is insane.
In bantamweight, which is a Shark Tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see him making his way to the belt before, to beat the Jon Jones timeline. But dude, to be ranked at that young of an age, he's already doing amazing things, but to be up there at that age, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big fight for him. I hope he performs. I hope he does well, regardless of the outcome. I hope he does well this weekend.
Yeah. So, moving down the card, this one's interesting, and I don't know which way to go on this one. Drew Dober against Michael Johnson.
Bro, this is easy, dog. This is easy.
Drew Dober, he beats black dudes.
Bro, Drew Dober is a mythical fighter against black dudes, dog. You already know, man. When he in there with a brother, bro, he gonna whoop the black off whoever it is, dog, straight up. Like, we already know what time it is. We've seen this story time and time again. How many times we got to see it before we just come to terms with it? Drew Dober gonna whoop the black dude ass.
And so I'm thinking about my picks. And I'm like, dude, there's no way that he wins against a black dude again. Have you seen Drew Dober dance?
I have not.
He black himself. He been black.
Bro, I think that's actually how he got his wife. Like, it was after a fight, and it was his opponent's sister. And I think they were like at a bar or dancing or something like that. And that's how he met his wife right now.
Drew. Yeah, I mean, one of his good friends is Anthony Smith, Lionheart. They kind of came up in the same area, and Anthony Smith he half. So I guess that half rubbed off on Drew Dober a little bit, but Michael Johnson's still fast, man. He's still fast. And he can still crack. So I feel like this is the one time that I'm gonna go with Drew Dober. He gonna lose,
bro. Drew Dober knocked out Bobby Green, dog.
He did.
Michael Johnson, bro.
Michael Johnson knocked out Dustin Poirier.
That's true. That is true. But hey, if Drew Dober beat Michael Johnson, man, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm writing into the UFC to Dana White. Don't put any more black dudes in there with Drew Dober, man.
For real,
man. It's crime against the brothers, man. You trying to hold us down, man.
Yeah, it ain't right. Let me say, how you think I got my girl? Okay, Grimy. Last one on this card. RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez against Bruno Ferreira. Thank man, Gregory Rodriguez is finally ranked, man. I feel like he wasn't ranked for forever. But how do you see this fight going, man? I mean, I'm all in on RoboCop. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So, I mean, this is a rematch. They did fight before, and Bruno Ferreira knocked out RoboCop brutally, dog. It was
bad. It was bad.
So, I'm curious to see how he goes about it. Like, RoboCop does not move his head much at all. Like, his head is right there, and he can get clipped. I think he's gonna have to try and he's got a grappling background, but he doesn't really use it. Like, he just is falling in love with his hands. And I think with Bruno Ferreira, man, like, he's got a hole in his game in the striking. I mean, not in the striking, but in the grappling. And Abus Magomedov showed that. So if RoboCop is smart, man, he'll mix it up a little bit, because Ferreira's already showed him that he can put him down on the feet.
That's true. Man, you see what Christ.
What do you say now?
He said Tua got a girl beating off black dudes, not beating off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Westy said Michael Johnson's 24-19, definitely due for a loss. Sorry, Dober all day, all night. It's not that bad pick, bro. It's not a bad pick. And you know what? Like, me picking Michael Johnson would be me reverting to 2025, because I know Michael Johnson, and me going with people that I know. And last year I lost all of those. Every single one.
Speaking that's how it goes.
We got another person that I know coming up soon. What is it? Dang it. He's matter of fact, I got it right here. Let me see. Remember his dang name? Oh yeah, Emmett, fighting Vallejos. Yeah, and I want to pick Emmett, but we'll see. We'll see once we get closer. We'll see. Anywho, anybody else on this card you wanted to point out? I mean, it's a really good card, man.
Yeah, it's solid.
Title.
Yeah, it's solid. I think that covers all the big fights on the card. I think that covers it.
All right, so let's talk about UFC 20 recently got announced. I don't know its entirety, but the majority of it got announced. I don't think they're going to add anything else to this card. So Alex Poatan relinquishes his light heavyweight title, and now Jiri Prochazka, the widely accepted second best light heavyweight on the planet, is going to fight Carlos Ulberg, part-time model, for the belt. What do you think about this title fight? Is it the right title fight? Should Magomed Ankalaev be upset?
No, I think this is definitely the right fight. I mean, Ulberg, he was definitely the number one contender before Alex vacated. And then Jiri, man, he pretty much the only dude he can lose to at light heavyweight is Alex Pereira. So I think it definitely makes sense. Magomed Ankalaev, you got finished in like a minute and a half in your last fight, so you can't just jump right back into a title fight. I think it's gonna be a great fight because I think you got contrasting styles that fit very well. Yuri's gonna bring the fight to Ulberg. Ulberg likes to stay on the outside, and he's a counter striker, so he likes guys that bring the fight to him. Yuri's just an avalanche. He's basically like a wilder version of Max Holloway with big time power at light heavyweight. Like he's just coming after you nonstop, like an absolute madman. And he wants to get you out of there. And the danger level for both guys is going to be really high because both guys got big time power. I think it's going to be a phenomenal fight. And they always put really good fight cards together when they go to Miami.
Man, the Kaseya Center in Miami always gets great cards. It's crazy. But no, I agree with you. I like the countering styles. And it's like the perfect showcase type of fight for Carlos Ulberg if he's able to get it done. Because otherwise, I feel like he's not exciting unless somebody else brings the excitement. Then he can be very exciting. But if they're not bringing the excitement, then it's going to be a boring fight. But Jiri Prochazka is the most exciting fighter in the entire UFC. So there's no way that this is going to be boring, and there's no way that this is going to go to the 5th round. I don't think it can happen. But this is definitely Yuri's to lose, in my opinion. If he goes out there and he is him, I don't think that Carlos can beat him. I don't think so.
Bro, this is a coin flip fight for me, dog. Legit. Just because Ulberg, man, like he got that power like backing up. Like he can be on the retreat, got all the feints, city kickboxing, all the feints. I think Yuri's gonna be biting on the feints. And Yuri can get out of position. He can like miss one shot, be out of position. And Ulberg's just as big as Jiri, so he's still gonna be in range. And bro, the danger level in this fight is gonna be at an all-time high. Like literally, you're gonna be holding your breath the entire fight.
Yeah, 100% agree with that, man. It's gonna be a crazy fight. How far into the fight do you think this one goes?
I think it'll. I'll say I don't think we see championship rounds. I think it'll be determined in the first 3. Somebody's gonna get a finish.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the 3rd round too. It's just gonna be a nasty fight. It's gonna be good though. I don't know how to say this, but he asked, I'm assuming it's a he. He said, "Who do y'all got between Raul Rosas Jr. and Rob Font this weekend?" Go with the youngster, man. I'm gonna go with Raul Rosas.
Yeah, I'm going Chiwiwis as well, man. I think at some point he's gonna get that takedown, and once he gets Rob Font down, I think it's gonna be a bad problem, bad night for Rob Font. Kamaru Usman. I hadn't even gotten Kamaru Usman before. That's a new
one. That is a new
one.
one. That's a new one.
The regular UFC fighter I got is MVP.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one. Now, I don't think you look like him, but I can see where they're coming from.
Oh man, hey,
it's solid.
It's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he's spamming it. Now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go off, bro.
Yeah,
Do man. You go off?
Oh, see, now he on me. Herb Dean.
Herb Dean. Bro, I'm dead at that, dog.
Man, Herb Dean got the little short joints. Like his hair.
Oh, bro, I'm so weak at that.
His hair stopped right here. I'm trying to figure out why his hair don't grow, man. It's weird. It's weird.
And it's been like that for years, too.
Years. Like Herb, what are you doing? Essential oils, bro.
Oh man, hey, those are the best comments of the chat so far, man. For real, those are good, man. Shout out to you in the chat, man. Real talk.
Yeah, for sure. What up, Chrissy?
What's going on, Chrissy?
So Joshua Van, Tatsuro Taira. You think Joshua Van loses his belt?
Man, honestly, I think this is Van's kind of dealt with a similar style already in Ray Saruya. Mm-hmm. Big time grappler, wants to get the fight on the ground. And it's gonna be the exact same game plan for Tatsuro Taira, man, because his grappling is truly elite and world class. Mm-hmm. On the feet, though, I really like Joshua Van's boxing and his output. And the takedown defense is definitely legit. So I think Tatsuro. And I think the co-main event is going to be a barn burner, potential fight of the night, because I think both guys are going to do very well, and their styles oppose each other in a way to where it gives them both really big problems.
Yeah, I think so. Tatsuro Taira, man, he relies a lot on his chin, because he gets cracked and just walks through it to get to his grappling, I feel like. And I don't know if he's going to be able to consistently do that if Joshua Van is able to keep him off of him. But that being said, if Taira finds a way to get a hold of him, it's going to be bad. I think that Taira could end it early, but leaning Van, but I think that that's still a kind of we'll see how things go when we get closer, but that's going to be an amazing fight, and it's a fight for the youngsters too, man. It's not Antonio on top just crushing everybody that comes up. So I'm excited for this fight and excited to get the division moving, to see Manel Cop, to see Loner Kavanagh now. You see if Brandon Royval can find his way back into it. It's an exciting division, and this is an exciting fight for the division for sure.
Yeah, and I'm also curious to see just like the size difference, because Tatsuro Taira, man, he looked massive when he fought Brandon Moreno, and Joshua Van is a small flyweight, so that could be an element as well where Tatsuro Taira is just so much bigger than Van. But I think it's going to be a really good fight, though. Yeah,
agreed. This is a fight that I'm actually not looking forward to. Beneil Dariush and Manuel Torres.
Why? I don't know why, because I know one thing. Some Beneil Dariush getting sent into oblivion again, brotro. Very quickly, too.
That's why I'm not looking forward to it. Who authorized this matchup?
Bro, after that knockout from Benoit Saint Denis, it was like, yeah, let's throw him in there with another power puncher in lightweight, bro. Manuel Torres is going knock, and his chin is so gone. Like, you ain't even got to hit Beneil Dariush clean anymore, dog. And he is going to the shadow realm, dog. Like, somebody at the UFC offices does not like Beneil Dariush. But I feel kind of bad for him in this one, just because I know, man, Manuel Torres can crack.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for Benny, but hey, he can float right into coaching, because he's already doing it. So and he got the gray hair to show some distinguished stuff. So, like, yeah, slide right into coaching after the KO. That's about to happen. Gamrot, as we mentioned him earlier, but Gamrot, number 7, is fighting Esteban Ribovic, not ranked.
So I mean, we look at recent like UFC form, they kind of been doing this. They did it with Curtis Blades when he fought Rizvan Kuniev. Dude was making his UFC debut. Curtis Blades in the top 5. Yeah. And then and I think they ended up doing it again. But man, they are really pushing like action fighters, guys that are exciting to watch in really good fights. And Esteban Rivas is definitely one of those guys. Like he comes to fight each and every time. And I know the UFC definitely does not like Gamrot because I mean he was the backup fighter for a title fight. And then when the guy in the title fight, they brought in Volk. So I know they definitely want Esteban Rivas to definitely to beat Mateusz Gamrot.
Yeah, that would be their preference for sure. And I can see it happening if Gamrot's not able to get the grappling going. And Gamrot's striking has improved quite a bit. And he's a legit, he deserves to be in the top 10. But if he had it his way, he would make it a boring fight and win. Yep. Esteban Ribovic, I don't think that he's able to be in a boring fight. So, yeah, I think that the UFC is definitely setting this up for Ribovic to jump up there into that upper echelon of the division. But you spoke of Curtis Blades against Rizvan Kuniev. Curtis Blades again has to fight somebody outside of the rankings. Number 4 Curtis Blades against Josh Hokett.
Yeah, bro. Same story. What I mean, I know at heavyweight it's a little different, but when I already know, man, the UFC brass, when they see Hokett on the mic, they're like, yeah, we gotta give him the push. We gotta give him the bump. He got a little Dana White privilege cooking on this matchup. And I know they're hoping he can go in there and get it done, but it's not gonna be an easy fight because Curtis Blades, big time power in his hands, solid wrestler. And Hokett, since he's been in the UFC, even in Contender Series, he's just been spamming takedowns, getting guys tired, getting them on the ground, beating them up. And I don't really know if that's going to be easy to do against Curtis Blades.
I mean, they thought that Jailton Almeida was going to be able to do that to Curtis Blades, and Curtis defended and knocked him out. So I don't like. I understand like the UFC likes the whole WWE things that Hokett does. I don't like it at all. But if he's able to get through Curtis Blades, man, it's going to open up the floodgates. It's going to be terrible. And he's going to be all over the place. So hopefully Curtis Blades stops that. But
yeah. And then on top of it, man, if Hokett were to win this fight, like in the first round, he's going to be trying to get on the White House card.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. And Jay Beer said he only got with his middle finger. I don't like him. I mean, it's not. I'm sure that's not his regular personality, but I don't like the gimmick at all. I really don't. And here's another fight that I didn't necessarily want to see, but I do want to see it. Some black on black violence. Kevin Holland against Randy Brown. It's gonna be a good fight. I hate that one of them's gonna have to lose.
Well, yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good fight. I think Randy Brown has a little bit better skill, but I think Kevin Holland's got a little bit more power, and that's pretty much how the fight's gonna look. Like Randy Brown, I think will land more than Kevin Holland, but when Kevin Holland lands, it's gonna have a bigger effect than when Randy Brown lands. But I'm looking forward to it, man. 2 tall, long, rangy strikers at welterweight. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
You see what Jay Beer said? He said, "Oh, come on, Jax, you didn't like the Brittany Griner comment." And then Matchua, showing his taste here, said Brittany Griner is pretty. Brittany Griner,
he does not mean that.
Brittany Griner is handsome.
No way Matchua means that. No way at all, bro. I've seen Brittany Griner in person, bro. He does not mean that. He does not mean that.
No, no, no. I didn't like that comment either from Hokit on that at all. I didn't like that at all. Jay Beers is calling him clam rot. Yeah. So now, what do you think about this this Bellator main event? Patricio Pitbull against Pico.
I honestly don't think much of it. Like Pitbull, the way Pitbull's looked since he came into the UFC. I mean, I know he got a win this last fight. He kind of redeemed himself a little bit. But I mean, Pico got brutally knocked out by Lerone Murphy in his UFC debut. Like, I think this is one of those things where the UFC is trying to salvage one of these guys, like where one of them is guaranteed to get a win. And I know they kind of wanted to be Pico because Pitbull is just he's on the downswing now. So I don't really know where he can go moving forward. So I think, they just want Pico to go in there, get a win so they can start to build him a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not super looking forward to this, but I mean, it's highly possible that it could be a knockout, though. It could be cool, but no, there's a reason that I don't watch Bellator. And yeah, Jay Beer said Pitbull versus Pico to see who the worst Bellator fighter is.
No, the worst Bellator fighter is the dude that just left. That came from Bellator. Mix, Patchy Mix. Yes, dog. Yes,
that was bad.
Yeah, real bad, dog. Real bad.
Yeah,
coming in talking about he was gonna be the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, and his girl is on this card too. Tatiana Suarez against Lupe Godinez. That's 2 versus 6. Is this on the early prelims? Well, they haven't figured it all out yet, but that may be on the early prelims right there, which it shouldn't be. But whatever. 2 more things I'm gonna talk about. We're not gonna be able to jump into the NBA stuff in the NFL Combine, but we'll touch on that next time. But Dominic Reyes against Johnny Walker. Any shot this goes to the distance?
Bro, absolutely not, man. You got 2 glass chins fighting one another, bro. Like whichever one lands first is winning by brutal KO, dog. Brutal KO. I'm talking about like somebody just needs to graze the other dude, and that dude's going to sleep, man. Like this is guaranteed to be an entertaining fight because we know somebody getting knocked out. Guaranteed.
Yes. Who knocked out Dominic Reyes last time? Who was it? It was Carlos, wasn't it?
Ulberg, yeah. Brutally too.
Bad. And you know what's funny is like Dominic finally got me back. I was like every fight after, once he lost to Yuri, after that I was like, I'm never betting on that dude again. His chin is gone. And then he started to win a couple. I was like, well, maybe he's back. Bruh, he's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, he knocked out the Ukrainian dude, Krylov. He knocked out Krylov. Oh, do you remember when Ryan Spann knocked him out with a jab?
Yes.
Bro, that was bad, too. But hopefully we get a crazy-looking KO in this one because we know Johnny Walker's always good to look crazy when he gets knocked out. So I'm expecting we see a brutal KO in this fight.
Yeah, I think, definitely, 100%. Last one I'll bring up here. Because there's a ton of good fights on this card. Azamat Murzakanov, that's a person that you've been talking about for a while.
Yep.
And Paulo Costa coming up to light heavyweight.
And so this is my thing with this fight. Murzakanov, I like, but I don't like this fight for him because I think he needs to be fighting somebody in the top 5 at light heavyweight, not Paulo Costa moving up from middleweight. Like, I don't like it from that standpoint. But I do think it's going to be an entertaining fight, though, because Paulo Costa likes to bang. Murzakanov got power, got really good kicks, really good striker. So I think the fight for what it is going to be good, but I don't like it for Murzakanov because I think he should definitely be fighting somebody in the top 5 at light heavyweight.
Yeah, I think Murzakanov is going to knock Costa out. But I think it'll be entertaining for as long as it lasts. But Murzakanov, man, I definitely think that he should be fighting the upper echelon of the division, not somebody coming up from a lower division that's unranked in this division. That's this the same thing that they're doing to Curtis Blades, except for Mirzakhanov hasn't lost any fights for them to be doing this to him. So I don't know. That I am looking forward to it, but it's more of a coronation for Mirzakhanov if he's able to dispatch of Paulo Costa in decent amount of time, because that's what. So yeah, we had some technical difficulties at the beginning of this, but definitely appreciate y'all jumping in here. We talked through a bunch of stuff, but before we go, Poatan dropped the belt, like we talked about. What do you think is next for him?
You already know what I think's next for him, boys. We gonna get Alex Pereira, Jon Jones at the White House. Bro, I've been saying this for over a year, man. Alex Pereira, Jon Jones needs to happen. Like, I understand the Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall stuff. I get it, man. But the Tom Aspinall fight, man, just the stakes aren't the same when it's Alex Pereira, man. Alex Pereira is going to be trying to be a 3-division champion, fighting the GOATs. Jon Jones now gets to fight a big name guy with that's a 2-division champion in kickboxing, probably already one of the top 10 greatest fighters ever. Like, this fight is gonna have it all. It's gonna have it all.
Yeah, I think that this is worthy of headlining a big card like that. I mean, it's a monumental legacy fight. It's not like, UFC 300, we had Poatan, but we had Jamal Hill. Like, yeah, that's not a legacy type of fight to headline a card, a legacy card. Like this one is. That is
100%.
And the stakes are so crazy high, because if Jon Jones wins, then what can anybody say now? What can anybody say? You can say that he's, the whole ducking Tom thing, sure, I guess. But if he's able to beat Poatan and beat him convincingly, not much you can say. But and on the other side, if Poatan beats Jon Jones,
he in that talk now.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I love this fight, man. The stakes are just so high. Like, one way or the other, whoever wins this fight, like, it's GOAT talk, period.
Yeah, 100%.
And honestly, I think it's the biggest fight the UFC could possibly make when it comes to, like, star power and stakes. Like, the Islam Ilya fight is phenomenal as well. Really big fight. But Ilya still got so much left in the game. He still got so much time left to continue to achieve stuff. You know what I mean? Whereas these two, they're the same age. They both have done it all pretty much. 2-division champions, both of them.
Yeah.
And they're at the end of the road. You know what I mean? So it just makes all the sense in the world to me.
It does. I'm pretty sure as long as Jones is healthy, I've heard, rumors of his hip. As long as he's healthy, I think that's the fight that they're gonna make. That's the fight that I'm sure that the upper echelon of people, executives, and I think that's what they want to
see. Yeah, Tom Aspinall gonna be punching air in the car though.
He's gonna be punching stuff he can't see.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's gonna suck for him. But hey, can't see, can't fight. Well, Michael Bisping did, but. Yeah, I don't know. Either way it go, situation. He gonna be fighting Josh Hockett. What did Wade James say? Who's gonna win the belt? I don't know which belt you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Maybe BMF. I don't know.
Maybe. Klaus said, "I'll fight Jon Jones as long as he's finna have a field day."
Oh, he's talking about Jiri and Ulberg.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I got Jiri, man. I got Jiri.
I'm on the fence. I'm flipping the coin on that one, man. Like, I think stylistically, it's a good fight for both guys. Honestly, in my opinion. Like, I think both guys can win by finish. I can see Jiri overextending and then Ulberg clipping him. And then at the same time, I can see Jiri landing something and it kind of like just having a little effect on Ulberg, and then Jiri just going crazy, just going after him and just overwhelms him. I can see both. I can see both things happening.
See, Jon Jones says he and he said he's fighting at the White House.
That's what I like to see right there. It's official.
Now we know. Yeah, you heard it here first. Cool. Yeah. Before we jump out of here, man, I know you got your video out there. I haven't seen it yet, but so far this year you've been pretty spot on. So I'm not going to doubt you anymore. Matter of fact, I'm just going to take your picks and put some money on it, so I can make me some money.
Hey, so it has been a really good year. I think I'm sitting at like 80% right now for this year. So hopefully, I can keep this stretch going, because I know there's gonna come the card where I get like 2 or 3 fights right. So I'm just taking it one card at a time, and hopefully I can keep this momentum going.
Yeah. Well, cool. Are you gonna live stream anything else during the week?
So during the week, I think I might put a stream together in the middle of the week, like one evening. I'm not sure on the day yet. This weekend, I should be on for a main card watch along for UFC 326. So definitely turn up for that. I'll definitely have that going on. We're going to have a good time, enjoy the card, chop it up with everybody in the chat as always. What about you? What you got going
on? So I'm actually doing. I know y'all didn't pick. Yes, I did.
Yes, yes, we did. Unfortunately,
yeah. I mean, most people did, but so I'm actually doing something. It's towards the end of the season. The end of the NBA season ends. I think the last day is actually I think it's my birthday, April 15th, and so I am going to, between now and then, I'm going to watch a game from every team until the end of the year. That's my goal. A full game from every team. I've watched some games here and there from most of the teams, but not full games from every team, the rest of the year. That's the goal. We'll see how it goes, because you got some teams that are tanking, and don't nobody want to watch the Washington Wizards, but they do. Trae Young playing, I think, today or tomorrow. So we'll see. But that should be fun. But next time we jump on, we're going to talk about the NFL Combine. Sonny Styles, Lorenzo Styles, Arvell Reese, all of them. We're going to talk about that, and if the Combine even really matters anymore. And then we'll dive into some NBA stuff. We've been talking about that for a few weeks, but we're really going to talk about it next time, for real.
Yep.
Cool. So appreciate y'all sticking with us through the technical difficulties, and we'll have it straight next time. So Stylebender back. Yep. So until next time, y'all, we'll holler at y'all.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.